on that last hole.
Let's take a look at the leaderboard as it stands. Trailing by a couple of strokes now. Now we head to the famous par 5 6th. Rich, a lot of players are thinking birdie, maybe even eagle.
Out to the right, most definitely the widest part of the fairway, just left of the left-hand bunker out there. We'll leave a layup out to the right, and then you just have a short pitch on from there. This is a really solid birdie opportunity.
Going with a 3-wood here. That might be one club too many. Getting ready to play their third. 2 strokes off the lead. Well, that's very crafty, isn't it?
Great touch.
Patrick Cantlay is at the top of the leaderboard with a 1-stroke lead. Let's have a look at the 7th hole of par 3.
Finally, you have a green that pitches back towards you ever so slightly, Luke, but still coming into it with a good 6-5 iron from 195 yards. It's still a difficult task to get it close.
Playing within their comfort zone there.
That would be back-to-back birdies for this player.
A chance to move into first here with this putt. Oh, gee, that line was looking good, wasn't it? Putting for par. And down it goes. Currently 1 under for the round.
Moving up the leaderboard. I like it.
The par 4 8th, Rich, challenging tee shot and approach.
Love this tee shot here, Luke. The fairway camber is pretty good from right to left, kicking the golf ball towards that bunker. So make sure to take one less club off this tee. From there, you make sure that you take enough club for your second shot to carry the front edge. If not, that golf ball will come falling back off the green into the drink.
What are we looking at for this putt, Henny?
This one's 13 feet from the cup.
That putt went a bit long there. Ah, that's a tad upsetting. That hole's done. Now let's head over and see what JT's been doing.
Who'd have thought we'd see this? He is behind his rival. Can he do the catching up that's necessary?
Let's take a look at the current standings. And Patrick Cantlay, currently our leader. Let's take a look at the final hole on the front 9, the 9th, and what a tough tee shot it is.
It is it ever. Players want to avoid the bunker down the left-hand side, so inevitably they push it out to the right-hand side, into the rough, into the trees. Now they've got really very little chance of reaching the green in 2. So this is probably the most difficult tee shot on this front 9, and one they have to find the fairway with.
This needs just a little work to the left-hand side.
And this effort by Justin Thomas.
He's currently trailing his rival. Let's see what happens here.
Let's catch up with the current proceedings. There's 17 feet remaining to the hole. And this putt coming up for his par. As we make the turn, it's always good to reflect on what we've seen out there so far, Rich.
Well, after 9, so far so good. It's great to see these two players stepping up, getting the best out of the games. It'll be interesting to see exactly who's going to be ahead at the end of the tournament.
That's in the sand. Oh, absolutely flushed. Let's see if we can make this big putt for birdie. Well, that's a bit disappointing.
Downhill putt there, Luke. Just misjudged the pace there. Didn't want to be too bold with it.
And that's a way to fight back from a tough break. Well holed.
Yeah, in the bunker off the tee. Great recovery.
The par 4 11th resembles the par 4 3rd, doesn't it? The big lake on the left-hand side.
It does. It just has a little more landing room here on the left-hand side, however. But if you lay back, be prepared to go in with a long iron. If you take the driver out and successful, you now turn this challenging hole into almost a birdie opportunity.
All right, going with a little bit more club. Let's see.
Now let's switch our focus to Justin Thomas.
Now, who'd have thought we'd see this? He is behind his rival. Can he do the catching up that's necessary?
Let's return to live play now. A chance to get one under the card with this putt. Okay, steady now. And that should secure the par on this one. And there's no movement on the leaderboard after that hole. And the 12th hole, Rich, similar to the 4th hole. Arnold Palmer is really starting to mimic front and back nines.
He does. It's kind of the same thing. Out of bounds out to the right. You got to avoid both those bunkers there, both right and left. You find the fairway. Again, second shot slightly uphill to a green that sits above you. One of the big dangers here, though, is going long. That is a big no-no to miss it long on this 12th.
They're in the bunker, looking for an up and down here. Oh, that one just missed the hole. And he's down there. You got to read.
Firm back up the hill. This will be a good one.
Ooh, right by the hole. This is a par putt. Well done. Now let's head over and see what JT's been doing.
He's currently trailing his rival. Let's see what happens here.
Let's take a look at the leaderboard. Patrick Cantlay currently in the lead. Number 13, not a long hole by anyone's stretch, but the pond in front of the green really plays havoc.
It does, more so than it should. It's just a long iron or a hybrid off the tee. Find the fairway down the right-hand side, open up the angle for your second shot, and it's obvious you just don't want to miss your second shot right. So bail out to the left-hand side, make a par. Pretty simple.
Setting up in some very deep rough. See if he can get that one to come back to the left a little. But not a bad approach, that one, up onto the green. A couple of putts from there, and that'll be a pretty good hole.
Already made a few birdies today, and this is another good look.
Ouch, that hurts. That'll sting a bit. Oh, a 5-footer. It's amazing how tour pros hold these. And there it is. So no movement there. He stays it even with the card. And another of the uphill par threes, the 14th, Rich.
This is such a difficult hole because this tee shot lines you up over on the left-hand side where you'll find those bunkers. But if you bail out to the right, well, now you're running into a low area that you have a pretty difficult chip shot to a green that historically is the firmest and fastest on this golf course.
Not a bad approach, that one. Not quite inside the birdie range, but you never know. Hole a long one. Still counts. Always nice to have a birdie putt. This one has eyes for the hole. Well, that'll play, and that will take him to 1 under. He's currently in the second position.
Well, now, things have gotten interesting. Closing the gap.
As we get into the closing stretch here at Bay Hill, the 15th, the par 4.
Strong par 4, dog legs from left to right. Don't miss it out to the right in that bunker. Not only are you hitting your second shot out of the trap, but also you've got some magnolia trees to deal with. This is a very difficult fairway to find because that fairway does chase away from you just over that bunker. This is a very strong par 4.
Oh, I didn't see this as possible. What a shot.
What have they got in front of them here, Henny?
Setting up this putt 21 feet from the cup. What a great opportunity here for a look at a birdie.
Oh, what a shame. That would have been a nice one to hole. 1 under with a handful to go.
And some kind of fast finish required if they want to win this thing.
No green in red, but a chance to save their par. Oh, that's absolutely beautiful out of the sand. And after that effort, that's how it looks. The leader now has a 1-stroke advantage. Well, one of the great parts of the finish here of Bay Hill's Club and Lodge, Rich, is the fluctuations in scoring, and it all starts here at the par 5 16th.
Luke, you got to take advantage of this par 5. It's just over 500 yards. Find the fairway. Don't flirt with either of those bunkers out there. Second shot should be with a middle to long iron to a green that's surrounded by water on the left and bunkers on the right. But still, it's a great opportunity to make 4 or better.
Rich, good chance to get at this green in 2.
Yes, this player's found the fairway, and now they've got the opportunity to knock this on in 2. Be wary of coming up short and left, obviously in the water, but don't be anxious to miss it out to the right, especially in that bunker that's over in the middle of the green on the right-hand side. That really can wreak havoc with the players. Try and find the green at all costs with this second shot.
That seemed like the right play at the right time.
Aggressive, I love it, especially since they're 1 back of the lead.
So exciting to have an eagle putt here.
Always rooting for this player, Luke. I hope this one goes.
A chance to move to a couple under the card with this putt. Yeah, that looked to be a bit of a misread. He can sense an opportunity here.
Looking good so far.
Unfortunately, that'll be a 3-putt par there. Patrick Cantlay finds himself 1 shot clear at the top of the leaderboard. The par 3 17th, Rich, has got a wonderful atmosphere around it. Looks visually quite stunning, but my word, it's a brute.
This hole causes more stress for the players, I think, than any other hole on the golf course, with possibly the exception of number 3. This green is nearly impossible to find as it is so firm historically through the years. You find the green, you make your 3, and you're smiling earlobe to earlobe.
Okay, so that's step 1, but now going to hold a mid-range putt. That was a gallant attempt. This is a bogey putt coming up, and that ensures that he's back to even par now. Rich, as we head to the finishing hole here at Bay Hill, a famous finishing hole, so much drama over the years, predominantly by the great Tiger Woods. But most of the drama starts off the tee.
It does. This is actually a semi-blind tee shot. There's a mound down the right-hand side of the fairway where you can't see the golf balls land, so players won't know whether they found the fairway or missed it right or even out on the left-hand side. Most iconic moments in all of golf, in my mind's eye, Robert Gomez holding his second shot here back in 1990 to claim the title.
Now that looked pretty good the whole way. And this putt for a final score of 71. That did everything but drop. And that brings to an end his event. And Henny, I think the takeaway for this player is that they really dominated their rival at this event.
Absolutely, Luke. I think the consolation prize is the way they performed against their rival this week. That should absolutely give them confidence as they prepare for their next event.
Well, another great day of action here at 2K Sports. On behalf of Rich Beam, the entire hard-working folks and team here, I'm Luke Elvey. We look forward to your company next time.